Hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. This is take 3. The first video I did, I lost before I uploaded it. I deleted it. The second video I did, the smoke alarm went off right almost at the end. I was so mad. My husband's cooking something, and the other night we made flatbread and some of the feta cheese had gotten in the stove or something, and anyway. I was like, you're kidding. So here we are again. How are you? Oh my goodness. It's been a day. I've been to the doctor, and then I had to go to the lab, and yeah. So anyway, here we are. It's good to see you. So glad that you're here. I wanted to bring you along because I'm working on my little golden book. For those of you who are new or haven't seen it yet, this is it. And I've already done the spine, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did. So we'll have to probably take this off. It's only glued on, so we'll take this off. I'll glue in, I'll tie in the signatures, and then I'll put the ruffle back on. And it's no big deal. I can make another one if it doesn't, if it's only glued on, so I can take it off. But I got a little bit carried away. But I'm going to do 4 signatures, and so I've been working on the ephemera, which I don't need anymore, but you know me. I can't get enough. So anyway, Sparkle from Sparkle Art Creations has done some video slides, these. And she used these. I did a couple in these. I found them a little bit heavy for what I wanted to use them for. And also I didn't know if you all had them. So I'm going to make mine I'll make one out of these in case you do have them. And then I'll make one out of paper. Okay? So what you can do for the paper, you're going to say, okay, well, how do you get the picture so small? You can either size them down if you know how to do that on your computer, or you can just take your photo, and I'll show you the photos that I'm using. I'm using the paper from Raindrop Lilac. I have used this paper. It was supposed to be for a journal, but I've been using it for everything but I just love it. It's gorgeous, and I'll leave what paper this is. And she's got a new kit out, guys. It's strawberries, and it's just, you just have to go to her website. It's in my basket. It's going to be my next kit. If I can stop squirreling. If you don't have photos that would fit in a photo frame, it's okay. So Heather from Ruby and Pearl, which I love these. These are like my favorite photos she's ever come out with. Especially this one. It's the little girl with the lamb. She did format one of the pages for smaller printing. And of course, that still wouldn't fit in the photo frame, but all you would do is cut out the picture, and then you'd fit it to where you wanted it. You see what I'm saying? Or you could size them down like I did and make them smaller and then cut them out. See, this one is this one. No, it's not. I already cut it out. It's bigger. Where is it? Here it is. See, I already cut this one out. Now, this is on photo paper, and this is on cardstock. Not a big difference at all. But you might be able to see the difference. But I like it on the photo paper. And I like it on the cardstock. The others I did in cardstock. I love the vintage look. I love it. So, and the same with this one is out of cardstock as well. I like the shabbiness of it. So, but this one is out of photo paper, and this came from here. And I just cut it out. And this one is made smaller. So, depending on how big you want to make your photo slide will be up to you. So, these are the papers I'm using. Now, another thing you could do is, I've had this for years. And this is from Junk Mill junkmill.etsy.com. Junkmill. Junkmill. And these are called matchbook or matchbox photos. And these fit pretty well in a photo slide, as you can see. You know, you could make that fit really well, you know, in a photo slide. Or you could print 2 to a page and it would fit perfect, okay? So you just print 2 to a page, like, if you know what I'm saying. I'm very technologically inept. So, but just go to your printer settings and print, print 2 to a page. Or print 5x7, and that will give you 2 of these, but smaller, okay? So that's another option. But I just printed it that size, and I'm going to use one tonight. So we'll do one of these, and we will do the ones on just, you know, using the paper. This is from Raindrop Lilar. This is from junkmill.etsy.com. And this is from Ruby and Pearl XO. And I'll leave all of the information below. And also, Kate, please visit her if you don't already. I'm sure you do. From, oh gosh, not Kate's Design. It is Pixie K Designs. She's from, not Australia. Anyway, they just had a huge hurricane and it just brought back so many memories. Her craft room was completely destroyed. And I just give her so much credit. It brought back a lot of memories. I talked to her a lot about it on Instagram, and, you know, she's just such a trooper. She's at her daughter's right now waiting for a baby to be born. So, but she's still videoing, which is amazing. I just love her. But anyway, I'll leave her information below as well because she made them. And I'll leave Sparkle, Lynn's information because she's made them. And Heather, she's made them. So just go to their website, YouTube channels, and you can see how they've made theirs as well. So that's where I get my inspiration, or got my inspiration for these. So, like I said, I made them back in January for a prayer journal, and I just shrunk down my prayer cards, and I put those inside here. And they came out really nice. So all you're going to do is cut your paper. Now this, if you want an example, I cut these. They're 4 inches long by 2 inches wide. And that's about the size of these. Okay? So that's what I used. So 4 inches long, 2 inches wide. That's all you need to know. And then you're going to take your photo. This is the part I was at when the smoke alarms went off. And you're going to place your photo on it. And then you're going to take your pencil. And then you're just going to, you know, put your photo where you want it. And then you just go around it like this. Okay? And then you're going to take your cutting mat. I'm not going to waste this one. That's why I'm using it, because we'll make a couple. Then you're going to take your knife and your ruler. And you're just going to go and you're going to cut a little bit shorter corner to corner with your knife. So I'm not going to really use it, but go corner to corner, but a little bit shorter than your pencil lines because you want your photo to fit in there. You don't want it to like fall out, okay? And then corner to corner. And then you're going to just turn it back over and you're going to fold it like this. Now you can do 2 things. You can leave it like this and put your photo in there. You know, just snip it and take your photo and place it in there and have it, you know, like this. Or you can do what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to tear it because I like that look. But first, I'm just going to make sure everything is square before I do that. Which, let me get rid of my pencil lines because that will help me know if it's square. and my photo's gonna fit before I tear. So just do it with pencil so you can get rid of those pencil marks. And you could do it on the other side, but then you won't really know exactly where you want to fit it. And I wanted to get in those flowers. So, and you could use music paper, you could use anything really. Any kind of paper. So I just got rid of those. Now let me just take my photo and fit it in there. It's not very square at all. So let me just bring this back a little bit. And that might help. Yes, it did. A little bit. Let me bring this up a little bit. So yeah, just make sure, you know, it's square, or at least as square as you can get it. This has to come down a little bit. So did you have a good day? Did you craft? What did you do today? Work? I consider this work, and I love it. I'm so glad this is my job. So yeah, that looks pretty square to me. And my photo's gonna fit because I want to get that lettering and stuff in there. I don't want just the photo. There's some lettering up there that you can see. I want to get that in my photo, in my frame. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to tear around it because that's the look I'm going for. So I'm just going to take my edges and I'm just going to kind of very carefully, I'm going to tear that. But I better use my ruler. Otherwise, I'm going to tear it too much and I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm just going to tear that piece off to kind of get it all kind of messy. And then I'm going to take my ruler and put it in here. And again, I'm just going to tear that. And you can cut it, or you can just fold it and snip this part and glue it down, and then have, you know, a nice edge. But I'm going for a very vintage, very, you know, shabby look. These are very simple. And I'm just using 70 weight copy paper. The photo paper, not photo paper, but HP. I don't know what the GSM is on it. That's not 70 weight either. What is it? I have it over here. I just opened it. I'm sorry. It's 28 pounds. I don't know why I said 70. My photo paper is 70. The photo paper I use is 70 weight. And I got that actually for free at a, I went to an estate sale, and the woman who had passed away, her daughter was selling her things because her dad was moving in with them. And she was a junk journaler. She had started off with scrapbooking and went to junk journaling, and she really gifted me a lot of things. That's where I had gotten my punch for $1, my whale tail punch. It's a great story, just a great story. She had me in tears. But anyway, so that's my little frame that I kind of want to keep shabby, but I don't want to do too much to it because I don't want to lose too much of the square. So now all I'm going to do is glue that in like so. But what I'm going to do is glue it this way so I know I'm going to place it like this. Okay, I'm going to take it off of here so you can see better. I'm going to take it, I am going to place my photo, and then I'm going to place my frame over the photo, like so. So that it's in there the right way, the way I want it. Just want to make sure it's gonna fit in there without it coming off. Okay, so now it's in there the way that I want it, okay? So now I'm gonna hold everything, take my glue. Can't believe that smoke detector went off. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. Should I do this video? But I'm really trying to do one every day. So, oh gosh, not again. Oh, okay, it's coming out. So just go around your photo along the edge. And I got a little bit too much on there. So I'm gonna just push that off. And now that's stuck down, so I know that, you know, it's gonna stay in place. And then I'm gonna do the other side as well. I'll clean my mat in a second because I got some on my mat. But I'm just doing right along the edge. Whoops. Now I probably have it stuck to my mat, right? Okay. I didn't really get that right on the paper, so I have to move it over just a little bit. There it is. So now it's in there, and then all you have to do is, let me just get this so it gets the glue off. Just get some hand sanitizer, a little pump. So it doesn't get on the project. And then what you're gonna do is take it and just fold this over. And now you have your little photo slide. And I will play with this and make it a little bit shabby around the edges when the glue dries, which I'm very impatient and don't like to do that, but I have to. So then all I'm going to do now is I'll trim it up when I'm done, but I'm going to just glue this together, which it's already pretty much glued together. This was much easier off camera. I had it done in like 2 seconds. I don't know why it's so much harder on camera, but it is. So I'm just gonna glue that down. And there I have my photo slide. See? Ta-da! And of course, I'll wait for that to dry because I will definitely mess that up if I don't wait for it to dry. I'll do the next one, and I can see that I have to trim that up a little bit because there's a little bit of white edge there. So I just maybe either didn't cut it straight or didn't fold it straight. And I'm just using scraps from my last project that I did, so. And there you have your photo slide. Undecorated, of course. I put lace and a button on this and a little bow pin. And this one I just put some lace. And of course, nothing would be finished with an old vintage photo without, well, I'll do it later. Let's do this one, okay? In case you're gonna use something like this, I am going to take this photo and place her in here so that we can see her, you know, her. Now I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit, but that's okay. You know, as long as you can see her. And then all I'm going to do is, I know where it's going to be placed. So I'm just going to now put some glue here on the edge. Like I said, because I know where it needs to be placed. Oops, I just moved it. Okay, just make sure she's straight. And she is. And then I will put some on this side. Press that down. You really don't have to do the top or the bottom, because once you glue this shut, that's going to glue down. So then I'm just going to go around the edge like this. Now this is going to have a back where I'm going to have to put something on the back, which you can put something on the back of the others too, like if you wanted something to write on. But for this, you definitely, or you have to put another picture, which you could do. You know, you could put a picture on both sides, but I'm not going to. I'm going to cover that. So a person can either write something like a lyric or a date or a poem or parts of a poem or whatever they want to put. You know, if that was a family member, they could put the name of the family member or what have you. Kate used family members. Let's see. Sparkle Lynn used her granddaughter, which was a great idea. I have a ton of photos that I take, so I'll be doing some with photos. You know, plants, things like that, flowers. I mean, you could use most anything. You wouldn't have to use a person. Sort of straighten her out a little bit. If I can. There we go. That was quick. So now I'm going to do is just trim this off. And then you have your photo slide. If you have these. And these are very vintage looking, so I'm really pleased that I have these, but not everybody does. Now you could collage around this, you know, whatever you want to do. You could use this side if you wanted. I just happen to like that side. And then what I'll do is, I have this, it's the tape they used to use in registers, and I tea-dyed it. What I did was I took the whole roll and I put it in a, it's actually an old picture of, you know, that you'd put, like, it's just a picture that you would put, like, iced tea or something in to keep in the refrigerator. So I put the whole roll in there, and then I just pulled it out and laid it across my grass and let it dry, and then I rolled it all back up again. It worked. It was very easy. So let me just trim this off and throw that away. And this was, oh my gosh, this is the best find I ever found. No, well, not really, but it was a whole bag, and it was like 8 rolls. And you really didn't even have to tea stain it. It was so old. It was very yellow, but I like that feel of the tea stain, and it gives it a little bit more heft. And so it was $1 for the bag. My husband was like, "What are you going to do with that?" I said, "Are you kidding me?" Don't ask. So I'm just going to put that on the back for writing. I mean, I've done so much with this. It's crazy. Because there's just so much you can do with it. So I'm going to glue this onto the back, but Yeah, I'll just use this. Why not? So that way a person could write something on it. And the cardboard ones are a little bit heavier, whereas the paper ones are not, but they are adorable. And Kate had a few of these as well. She also had these, which I have as well. And all you do is poke the picture out. These are old. This is June 1957. Wow. Anyway, the picture's really cool. It's in a mountain somewhere. Not sure where. But, so you could use these as well. And just cover these, you know, with, you know, collage around them like you would an envelope or what have you. And then put your picture in there. And then put something on the back like I just did. And then the person can write on it. And then all you'd have to do is take it and, wow, I came really close. Take it and trim it. Like so. This one's really pretty. I like this one. So she'll definitely be going in a book or somewhere. And then, like I said, you could use anything. You could take it and you could put a ball pin on it. Or you could take something like, well, this one's too big. I do have smaller ones. Let's see. This one's silver. I wouldn't use this one. Let me see if I have a different color. Here's one. Could do something like this and put it in a page. I think that would look really nice. Okay, but we're not done because you know me. We have to finish. So where are we? 27? I think we have time to do this one and maybe one more. So I'm just going to take a piece of lace. Like so. And let's see, what else? Maybe this little piece here. I just keep a little bowl of lace right there so I have it handy of, you know, pieces of scrap. Take that piece. And maybe this piece. I'm sorry for my reach. Is that too white? Nah. This is all, most of it's antique. But I was very fortunate in getting it. I bought some doll patterns and antique and vintage doll patterns. And the woman was 98 years old when she passed away, and she sewed and made doll patterns and dolls. She was from Germany. She worked in a doll factory when she was 10. They escaped Germany during the war, went to France and then to Belgium, which is where she got most of her lace and fabrics and silks. And I had asked the lady, you know, oh my gosh, you know, she told me her story and everything. And I said, would you happen to have any of the fabrics she used to make her dolls or any of the dolls? And I won't get into the whole story, but she said, oh, look, I'm, you know, cleaning out the house and, you know, we're getting ready to sell it. Well, she contacted me 2 days later and she said, I'm really embarrassed. She said, I did find two bags of fabrics and laces. She said, but they're filthy. She said, you know, you can have them if you want them. She said, I'm not going to take the time, you know, to wash anything. She said, they've been in the attic and, you know, what have you. And I said, yes, I'll take it. Oops. That's how old this is. It just tore. So my husband, you know, went by her house because it was near her work. And she just adores John. We've become friends, actually. She's gifted me some other things as well. I'll have to show you on video. They're beautiful. That her mom made. And they didn't come to the United States until she was 16, the mom. And so anyway, John brought home the bags of lace and fabrics, and I nearly died. Some of the patterns, some of the dresses she had started making, I still have. I didn't. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. And the laces, everything was filthy, you know, from being in the attic and just for having it for so many years. And so I washed it all in the sink for 3 days. And then I laid it all out in the sun and dried it on the grass because that really helps it get white. I used some bluing, not white, but just, you know, a lot of it was not white. A lot of it is the off-white and stuff like that. And no colors. That was just all like this. And I laid it all out in the grass and dried, and then I stood for hours and pressed it all, and then got it all rolled and put away. So I am in heaven. That was just the best. Like I said, it was free. So now I'm just going to take, I keep this on my desk. It's got threads. This was from the Dollar Tree. I just glued it on top because my sewing machine's behind me and I'm always sewing something at my desk. Buttons or what have you. So I'm just going to take a little button. I mean, this isn't rocket science. I just wanted to show you how I do things and my little process here. So I'm going to get a button. And I have a bag of little baby buttons somewhere, but I might use one of my little mother of pearl buttons. And for mother of pearl buttons, to tell if they're really mother of pearl buttons, they're cold. Always cold. Like as soon as you pick up a mother of pearl button, it's cold. Put it beside your cheek. If somebody says, oh, I'm selling, you know, oh, those are mother of pearl buttons, hold them. If they're cold, they're mother of pearl. And they have little cat eyes in them. Okay, so that's how you can tell. I am a real button person. I love buttons. I have so many buttons, baby buttons, and anywhere I can find buttons, I will grab them. So I'm just going to put this, and I'm doing the mother of pearl button because it's very, you know, it's a little girl and she's very dainty, and I just thought, oh, this will be good. Actually, I can't find my little baby buttons. To be honest, and I just saw that there in my little dish. So I just sew it on, like so. Oops. And then to make sure that that button's not going to come off, I go underneath the button like this, okay? I don't go through the hole. I go underneath the button, and then I'll go around the button like this, just to make sure that button's not going to come off. Because, you know, somebody might buy this from me or the journal or what have you, and I don't want it to come off. So then I'm going to go back up through here after I've gone around the button. You can tell I've sewed for years. And I'm a perfectionist. I can't help it. I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying not to be a perfectionist, but oh my goodness. Drives my husband up the wall. So there you go. When that smoke detector went off, I went out and I was like, what are you doing? I mean, the oven's clean. He said, well, the other night when I made that flatbread, I got some feta on the bottom of the oven. I'm like, well, why didn't you say something? I would have cleaned it. It was so funny. Oh, dear. I almost left it in the video, but it just went on for too long. I just said, oh, forget it. So there you go. And then just snip it off. And now you have your thread for your next project. And then I'm just going to, that might be just a little bit too big. So I need to cut it down. And I'm kind of just cutting it so that it still looks raggedy. I don't want it to look perfect because it's old and the picture's old. So I'm going to put it right here. on the corner because we can. Because we're junk journalists and we can do whatever we want. And that looks very sweet. So now we've done 2. And I'm going to do 1 more to show you. Oops, I better use Fabri-Tac for this because it's got the button and the lace. What time are we? 35? Okay, because I want to do that bigger one for you so I can show you how to do the bigger one. And I won't decorate it or anything. Just, you know, wanted to. I guess I just wanted to decorate it now. So it was done. So just press that down for a minute so that it sticks good. I don't really like using the Fabri-Tac, but because it burns my fingers, I think they changed the formula. So if any of you know of another fabric glue I can use that doesn't have the acetate in it, please leave it in the comments below, because this is killing me in my hands. Even the doctor said today, "What is wrong with your thumbs?" I said, "It's glue." He said, "Stop using it." Okay, well. See, now I won't throw away those pieces. I'll put them back in my little lace dish because those will be good for something. So now that's done, but it can't be complete without some tape, right? We've got to use some tape. Let's use some of the gold in this one. Let's see how that looks. I used this the other night if you haven't seen the video. So I'm just gonna snip that off. Get rid of these pieces so you can see what I'm doing. And then again, just make sure that you get that sticky, because remember last night I didn't. I thought I did something wrong. There we go. And I'm just going to place that right about there. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really nice. I like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one that I just made because I just love it. Oh my gosh, I love this tape. I might have made that a little bit too big. There we go. And then we have it. And then, like I said, you could take it. That looks really, really nice. Well, in my opinion. Now, where's the one I just did? We didn't put any tape on him. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. I've got to put some tape on him after I kind of rough this up a little bit. See, you can just take your fingernail and just go along that edge where you glued and just kind of lift it up a little bit and make it a little bit more shabby or old looking. Because the glue is dry. Don't do it while the glue is wet. Just go along where you glued it down. Take your fingernail. And just kind of shabby it up a little bit. If you want, don't have to. I just like the look. I might even tear that a little bit. To make it look like it was old and I can see those numbers better. Rough it up a little bit, make it not look so even. And then I'm going to take my scissors, I'll take my small pair, and I'm going to rough up the edges a little bit. And I'm not going to put any lace around this, anything on this, because it's a little boy and he doesn't need lace. Maybe a button or something I'd put on it. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll think about it and decide what I'm going to do. But this looks just awesome. I love it. Now you can leave the back like that, which I'm going to because there's plenty of writing space. Or if there wasn't, you know, if this was not enough writing space, you could put something on the back to make it writing space. And there you go. Just lift this up a little bit over here. I don't want to lift it up too much because I definitely want it to look aged like Angie does. Angie is, if you don't know who Angie is, pretty much everybody does. She gifts people journals and little packages and things like that. And the things she makes and the way she ages things is incredible. Visit Heather at Ruby and Pearl, or just type in Angie Journals or Angie Gifts into YouTube. And I know like Denise from A Tatted Dream, she has received several nice little packages. Heather just showed, I think, her Christmas one, or her Easter one. I don't remember. Look on Heather's YouTube. Oh my goodness. You'll see a lot of Angie's photos of the things that she has. Her collections are unbelievable. So yeah, now we have this one, we have this one, we have this one, and we have this one. And this one was made out of this one, only I covered it. Now, we're going to make a bigger one. So again, we're just going to take it. I want the writing to go the right way. And this, again, is from that same kit that I'm using from Lydia's collection. And I'll put the name of it, so in case you want to purchase that. So I'm going to use the same photo, but it's bigger, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing, only it's going to go the other way. Where are we? 42. I'll make this quick. Again, we're going to take a pencil, go around here, go around here, go around here. I don't know if that's square because there's wording, so I have to be careful. You know, this lettering, which I wanted. Oops. And then get your mat. And see how it's bigger, but I wanted it bigger. And I didn't cut this picture down. I just cut it out of where it was. So I'm showing you that you can make them bigger. It really doesn't matter. I'm just taking some of these edges off so I don't cut the wrong place. Take your knife or scissors, whichever you prefer to use for things like this. And then I'm going to go corner, not all the way corner to corner, but pretty much close enough. And then I'm going to go to this corner. But I'm not going to go right there because I don't want it to impinge my, I want the photo to be, I want to see the photo, but I don't want the photo to be too far out. And then just fold it back like so. And I won't tear the edges or anything on this one because it takes time. and I don't mind it not being torn. I'd like to see what it looks like not torn. Because I think all of the other ones, no, one I didn't tear. I just folded it back. Just make sure it's square when you fold. And you'll be able to tell once you turn it over. And you'll be able to fix it. This one's got to come down a little bit more. Okay, so there you go. And the good thing is like I said, use a pencil so that you can erase your pencil marks. And it is as easy as that. And then your photo is going to go in here, like that. And I'm just going to quickly erase my pencil marks. I'm actually going to use a better eraser so it goes faster. And you definitely want to erase it before you glue it, just in case you get some glue on there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to erase your pencil. And this, I think, needs to come down a little bit more. And this over a little bit more. You'll be able to tell. Okay, so that looks good. And my photo is going to fit right inside there. So I need to snip this off. So I'll do that. And I'll just cut these a little bit smaller just so that I can get rid of that bulk. Remember the last ones I tore, but this I'm just cutting, just in case you want a nice edge. And just take my glue, which I forgot to put the pin in, so hopefully it will come out. Nope, forgot to put the pin in, sorry. Probably use a glue stick for this, but anyway. And again, a button or anything, really. Or nothing. Or just the age tape, you know? Depending on the look you're going for. If you're going for, like, you know, a photo of your own that's not old, you know, like Lynn had her granddaughter, I would probably do like a little flower on the corner or something like that. Or some beads or cute buttons, you know. Hers are adorable. Definitely visit her channel and go take a look because they are so cute. And just a great idea for, you know, a baby journal. And I think that's what she's going to use hers in. She's making, I know she's making a baby journal so for her granddaughter, so I think that may be what she's going to use it for. So now I'm going to place that where I want it, which is there. Turn it over. And then I'm just going to glue it so it doesn't move before I close it. So I'm going to glue right here. And then I'm going to glue it right here so it doesn't get outside the picture. And here. And then once I glue it down, it's going to hold anyway. Oh, trying to lift that. And now all I'm going to do is take it, go around my edges. I'm rushing, sorry. And I'm gonna fold it over. And I'm gonna cover that because I wanna be able to write on it. But oh my gosh, is that not adorable? And I don't remember what size this piece of paper is. I really don't. I can tell you. I think it's 3 inches. So this one I made 3 inches by 5, I think. Yeah, I made it 3 by 5. Because I wanted to get that whole picture in without having to cut it down or lose any of that picture. So you can make them any size. You do not have to make them real small. And that is so cute. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love it. Thank you, Lydia and Heather, for your paper. You make it so easy. Isn't it great? Digitals just, and book pages and things like that. Like, you could use book page for this for sure. Or music paper, you know, or wallpaper. I have some wallpaper I'm going to use. So for this one, we have to just add some tape, some age tape. And I think I'll use this color. Oh my gosh, this is such a game changer. No, I'm not going to use that color. I'm going to use the brown. Such a game changer, this washi. I have it in my last video. For those of you who are like, what are you doing with the washi? It's just age tape. So I'm just going to peel this off, hopefully, and get the sticky part. Did I? Okay, so here's the thing. If you don't get the sticky part, oh, I did. If you don't get the sticky part, you can use a little glue, you know, a little bit of glue stick and glue it down. But I'm going to put this right here and just age that up a little bit. And there you go. That's it. So let me move my mess. I'm sorry about that. Gosh, I did make a mess, didn't I? Didn't put my pin back on, didn't put my cap back on. And my little pieces of tape here. So that is tonight's project. I hope you enjoyed that. And I really thank you so much for your lovely comments that you've been leaving me and for visiting my channel. It's really encouraging me so much. You have no idea. I try to get to them every day. I don't think I did not get to any today because I had my doctor's appointments and then we had to go to the lab and what have you. So let me get a piece of paper here so that you can see what I've done for tonight. So we've got this one, which is so cute. So cute. I just love it. So you've got a bigger one. And then you've got this little one that I made off camera. Or maybe I made it on, no, I made this off camera. And then we made this one. This one is like this one, only it's smaller and a little bit more shabby. Did I put tape on that? I didn't, but I will later. And then we made this one. And then I made this one off camera. That you could, you know, same thing here. You could put a ball pin or clip, or you could put, this would look really cute. This is, let me find a small one here if I can. A rusted safety pin. Like, maybe on this one, You could take and put maybe a piece of, you know, a small piece of lace, like perhaps it was like something his mother would have liked to keep in her journal or in her scrapbook. And that would be like a piece of her lace. So I would just do something like this, probably on this side. And I'd take my rusted safety pin. Now sometimes the rusted safety pin won't go through because the pin part dulls when you rust them. And I think I've said this before in another one of my videos. Just rust them outside. You don't need to use chemicals. So I just give that a little help. If I can get it through that right hole. Yeah, I did. So now I have to try and get it up through another hole. Yeah, the rusted safety pins are a little bit hard, but they look so good, I think, you know, especially if you're using vintage. Oh my gosh, yes, definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. That looks so good. I just love them. I could make them all night long. I just did. So sorry. Anyway, so get out some photos of your own, some prayer cards, if you're making a journal. You know, just get out some photos and just have some fun. And create every day. Do something. And be, you know, joyful. And I will put the channels below where I got my inspiration. And the names of the kits that I used tonight. So that's it for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, be well, be safe, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.